My dear friends from across the pond, for those of you in the United Kingdom contemplating this sacred journey, let me share the specific path that lies before you. The UK Aliyah process has its own unique rhythm and requirements, different from our American cousins, and I've had the privilege of shepherding over 70 British families through this remarkable transformation. First, understand this clearly. Please be in touch with the Jewish agency to start the formal application email aliyah@jaffe.org.il. Unlike North Americans who work through Nefesh B'Nefesh, you in Britain work directly with the Jewish Agency for Israel. This is your primary relationship, your anchor throughout the process. When you call that number, you're not just making an inquiry, you're taking the first concrete step toward changing your life forever. The first step in making Aliyah to Israel is the online questionnaire. This questionnaire will help them to better understand your status and how they can assist you in making Aliyah. Once you have completed your questionnaire online, they will assign you a personal account manager who will contact you within 2 business days. Begin this process 8 to 10 months before your intended Aliyah date. I cannot stress this enough. The Aliyah process usually lasts between 4 months to 1 year, depending on many factors such as the applicant's status and the length of time it takes to submit documents. Every month in this timeline serves a purpose, and rushing leads only to delays and frustration. Within 48 hours of completing your initial questionnaire, you'll receive a call from your personal account manager. This person becomes your guide, your advocate, and often your source of comfort during moments of doubt. Treat this relationship with the respect it deserves. They will review your submitted details and prepare you for the stages ahead. Your account manager will then send you a link to your personal portal, your digital window into the Aliyah process. Here you'll fill in personal details for yourself and your family, upload required materials, and pay the non-refundable file fees. Yes, there are costs involved. This is an investment in your future, not just paperwork. Once your account manager verifies your completed file, you'll be scheduled for an interview with your local Shaliach, the Jewish agency representative in your area. A Jewish agency representative will conduct a personal interview with you and your family members. This interview aims to understand your needs and expectations and to better help and advise you in your Aliyah process. This isn't an interrogation. It's a conversation about your dreams, your motivations, and your practical plans for life in Israel. The Shaliach wants to understand not just your eligibility, but your genuine commitment to making Israel your permanent home. If you are making Aliyah from the United Kingdom, the Shaliach will open a Tik Aliyah file on your behalf. During this interview, you'll present your original paperwork. But remember, this meeting is about much more than checking boxes. It's about painting a picture of your future in Israel, discussing your housing plans, your career aspirations, your children's education needs. After your interview, your case enters the review phase. Your case will be reviewed by our eligibility staff. If your file is validated, you will receive an email with the eligibility approval. Please consider that you may have to supply additional information or documentation. This waiting period tests your patience and commitment. Sometimes you'll receive requests for additional information. Don't see this as a setback, but as part of the thorough process, ensuring you receive all the benefits you're entitled to. When approval comes, it arrives as what we call the Mazaltov letter, an email directly from the Jewish agency that changes everything. If approved, you will receive what is known as the Mazaltov letter in an email directly from the Jewish agency, providing instructions for your next steps. I've been present for many families when this email arrives. There are tears, there's celebration, there's suddenly the realization that this dream is becoming reality. At this stage, they will take care of the final preparations for your Aliyah, visa if necessary, and flight tickets if eligible, and they will update the Israeli authorities of your arrival. An Aliyah visa is required unless you possess an Israeli passport. Instructions on how to apply for a visa will be provided with your Aliyah approval, Mazaltov email, from the Jewish agency. It can take 18 business days or more for the visa to be issued, depending on the time of year and where you live. We recommend applying 1 to 2 months before your estimated departure. The visa process requires patience. Don't book your final flights until your visa is in hand. The timing here is crucial. Too early and you risk expiration, too late and you create unnecessary stress. Unlike North American Olim who have access to Nefesh B'Nefesh group flights, UK residents typically arrange individual flights through the Jewish agency. This can actually be a blessing. You have more flexibility in timing and can often bring more family members to see you off at Heathrow. The weeks leading up to your departure are a whirlwind of emotions and logistics. You're closing one chapter of your life while preparing to write another. Remember that, while intent to live in Israel is an integral part of the law of return, there is no limitation on going in and out of the country after your Aliyah. However, some of your Aliyah benefits may be affected. Your relationship with the Jewish agency doesn't end when your plane touches down at Ben Gurion Airport. They coordinate with Israeli authorities to ensure your smooth absorption into Israeli society. Every new immigrant is covered, by law, by national health insurance. You will have to choose a health fund, and you will be covered from the day of registration. I've watched this process evolve over 4 decades. What remains constant is the profound transformation that occurs, not just in your citizenship status, but in your very identity. Each year, tens of thousands of Jews from around the world decide to make Israel the setting of their life stories, and we are there for every single one. The application process may seem daunting, but remember, with crucial information and support systems for the time before, during, and after making Aliyah, you're not walking this path alone. Be patient with the process, be honest in your interactions, and be prepared for the most meaningful journey of your life. The Israel that awaits you is not just a country, it's coming home to your people, your heritage, and your destiny. See you soon in Israel, my dear friends. Until we meet again in the land of our ancestors.